Ali Khani is our first guest who is a member of the Board of Directors for Able People Foundation. He will be talking with our host, Donna Yeager, about his organization. Then, please join us for a celebration of On the Move's 400th show, where we will talk with past volunteer crew members and guests from over the past 28 years, with highlights from some of our most favorite shows. Now here's Donna.
Hi, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move, and I'd like to welcome our special guest, Ali Khani. Welcome, Ali.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Well, this is wonderful. I originally met you back in 1977 when I started college, and you were, what was your official title back then?
Well, I started as a student aide, and then I worked my way up to become a transportation coordinator. At that time, De Anza had a huge program, 900 students, so transporting them back and forth to school and so forth.
That was a big job.
it was fun. We had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of good times, yes.
Yeah, it was wonderful, yeah. Our really good friend Hyman is no longer in the organization, so you have actually taken over, right?
Yeah, well, basically, Paymon started the program 2002,
right.
And then he's a good friend of mine, and I joined as a board member. He passed last December 2013. I'm sorry, March 2013. It was December. That's when I came in and sort of took on as a director. I was always a board member, but then took on as a director and trying to manage the program.
Well, and when we had Pyman on the show a couple times, he was very great at working with different people and people with all disabilities, and it's a wonderful organization, and I know that you're working very hard to keep it going. And
well, filling his shoes is not an easy task for me. I mean, he knew ins and outs of the business and how to do it, and I'm kind of learning it as we go along, but it really takes passion, and that's what I feel I have. Going back to the Anza program, somehow I had it in my blood, and back to it again, kind of helping. So
That's right. Tell us the story about the one person that really needed your help.
Yeah, well, there's literally every week we have situations, but there are some stories better than the other. I had a call from all the way up in Chico, Butte County, that they are in need of a wheelchair for a 3-year-old that had a CP in sort of born with the disease and so forth, and so it happened that we had a chair that suited that, and I came back to the center, I found it, I called the people, and next morning someone drove down from Chico, picked up that chair, went back and reported back to me 2 days later that you would not believe how much you made the parents happy. And I'm thinking, just giving a chair makes that parents that have been hit with the tragedy in life, and so simple, but yet so great,
so important, right?
That's what makes us keep going.
Exactly, right.
For sure. It's a wonderful, simple concept. Equipment, mobility equipment for the disabled and elderly is a no nonsense, no question. Just people need it, they get it, and people donate, and we just give it out.
Right. Yeah. And if people are actually interested in finding out more, how would they contact you guys?
Well, obviously, the best thing is to go to our website, which is ablepeoplefoundation.org. Phone number, address, everything is there. But just in case people are not into web or internet, 408-263-8000 is our phone number. And we are located in Milpitas. We're hoping to continue for sure. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Well, if we can help out in any way, let us know, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Ali.
All right.
I'd like to welcome our guest, Luke Soares. Welcome.
Thank you, Donna, and congratulations on 400 shows.
Well, I wanted to talk first about how it's been a long time that we worked at Hewlett Packard together, and then you started to become involved with helping out with the show On the Move, And the first show that you were on was the Christmas show, where we handed Santa Christmas presents. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was many Christmases ago.
Yeah, quite a few, actually. And then actually you're on the beginning of every show now with the Whitewater River Rafting Show. You know, you're paddling right at the front of the boat there,
Yeah.
keeping us afloat. Actually, we were the only ones that really made it unscathed.
Yeah, we managed to stay a little dry on that trip.
It was fun.
We put the bigger, taller folks up on the front.
Anyway.
Do you remember the river?
The South Fork, yep.
Of the American River,
Right.
up by Chili Bar.
That's right. And then we did a couple shows about surfing and the beach and how wheelchair accessible it is, and that was a lot of fun too. We had a good time. And then we also were very lucky to go to Japan 2 times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was fun.
In fact, you know, when I first met you 25 years ago, and just saw your enthusiasm of doing this show, that's what brought me to it. And I mean, you've done an amazing job throughout the years. I always thought the show should have been named On the Move, Donna's Adventures, because it was always an adventure.
Yeah, it certainly was. And we sang in 6 concerts in Japan. That was a lot of fun. And then we also, I represented the disabled population in television and media, and the Japanese people asked me to represent the disabled population, and so that was another interesting adventure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think the ADA had just passed a few years prior, and Japan was a little behind the times when it came to accessibility issues, and you brought that over to them. I think it was very important for them to hear.
It was fun. We had a good time. Well, I want to thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Take care. Thanks. Welcome, Joan here and Ron here.
Good to be here again.
Thank you very much. I was so lucky to first have met you guys when you were trying to sell your washer and dryer.
That's
We're
right.
trying to get rid of it.
That's right.
Well, it was
Yeah, we
wonderful.
found
Good.
somebody to take it, actually.
It lasted a long time.
Yeah, I had to washer and dryer to get rid of, well, to give away because we'd gotten a new one. So I called Sunnyvale Community Services, and a lovely social worker by the name of Jean Yeager answered the phone, said, "Oh, my daughter can use that." We met. Then a little bit later, she invited you. Both of you invited us to see the TV show, and I thought, oh, this is wonderful. But I didn't know that you were going to ensnare us to work on the crew for 15 or 16 more years.
Ron, what do you think about that?
I think she's absolutely right. It was a surprise.
Yes, it was. But a nice surprise.
Yeah.
We have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, we are so appreciative of you guys. I mean, you have done so much and helped the show
Shucks.
so for so many years, and between our on-location shoots and here at the studio and helping my mom and dad through
Yeah, that's
computer
right.
glitches.
That's right. We were
on a
over
weekly
there every
basis.
other day.
You were.
But the thing that I remember that was it was so wonderful when you and Rich Martinez and we really I think we worked very good as a team, you know, and yeah, Rich is just he wasn't able to be with us today, but we always think about him and you know how really wonderful you guys have really helped with the show, and I'm thinking of Yellowstone because we did that Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
We both have a love of Yellowstone and Yosemite.
Sure do.
We love being outdoors and in the parks, and it's just so wonderful to be outdoors.
You guys did some real good shots of Yellowstone.
Yeah,
And we kind of pieced that show together from what you brought back.
it was fun.
And it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, and thank you. But you guys were amazing with helping us with YouTube. We had no idea
That's
that we'd
John.
be. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's very easy, very much fun, and it certainly brought a lot more people to be able to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, on a weekly basis, I get comments from people. I'm in the grocery store or wherever, and yeah, people are always commenting. Well, I want to thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. And thank you, Joan.
It's been a pleasure, Donna.
Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome Diana Daly-Moss. Welcome, Diana.
Hello, it's great to be here again.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you.
I know.
An exciting event. Well, you're famous because a lot of the kids have seen you. So the show that we're talking about this was a tech challenge.
Right.
And at Harker, we have a lot of kids who are sort of engineering bound and interested in robotics is a big program at our school. And this was a tech challenge, and the project was to design or engineer a device to help somebody disabled. And so I said, I need to connect you with Donna. You remember what the one that they devised for you?
Yeah, they were great with the telephone. And it went up to my ear. It was very, very, very ingenious.
It was an apparatus to help her be able to speak with her cell phone.
Right. But also, you helped with the co-hosting of the On the Move show, where it was, Donna Yeager, this is your life.
Exactly. And I got to be the host of that one.
Fun.
And and I asked you a whole bunch of questions. And then we got to see pictures from our childhood.
That's right.
Because we were babies together, which we talked about as well. So it was a lot of fun to be on that show.
That was a lot of fun. Oh, thank you, Diane. I really appreciate it.
So welcome. And congratulations. 400 shows. That's impressive.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome our friend, Walter Delson. Welcome, Walter.
Thanks, Donna.
I originally met you at the Abilities Expo, right?
That's right.
2 years ago.
I think 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, cool to see what you were driving around in back then.
Yeah, I was in a modified Segway. It was like a Segway with a seat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was zipping around, and you were like, "Hey, what is that thing?"
And you invited us over to the Ed Roberts facility. Mm-hmm. What's the official? It's Ed Roberts.
Ed Roberts campus.
Campus.
Yeah,
right.
They call it the Ed Roberts campus.
Okay, yeah, and it was so cool. I mean, everything is centrally located right there.
Yeah, it's like a one-stop shop for all kinds of disability services.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. And you were very gracious, and you gave us a grand tour of the facility, and it was really neat, very fun.
Yeah, it's an awesome building, and I love showing it off.
Awesome, thank you very much, Walter.
Drive carefully.
I'd like to welcome Jerry LeBonville.
Hi, Donna. How you doing?
Very good. Wow, we have known each other a long time.
I know, I think it's over 20 years.
I know. And actually, we had a booth at the Abilities Expo, and that's where you first met us. You came and looked at our booth, and we had my robotic arm that Shriners Hospital gave me.
Right, I was interested in robotics and how they could help handicapped people.
Yep.
And a colleague of mine told me about it, so I went over there and looked around and met you, and the rest is history.
You were so thoughtful, and for many years you fixed my wheelchairs.
Yeah.
I got stranded so many times, and here we are today, and my chair died yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, in your van, that was also very interesting to me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was interesting, the technology that people have done, and your ability to drive around and all those things by yourself. It's quite amazing.
Oh, and then you were actually a groomsman.
Yeah, that's right. In your wedding. That was really nice. I was just looking at the picture, and I was, wow, I look a lot younger then.
So you've been a crew member for many, many years, and I want to thank you so much for all your hard work and all your help. You're
welcome. It's a lot of fun to come and help out. And actually, even today, I've been working on the camera, so it's.
That's right. Some things never change.
That's right.
Well, I want to thank you so very much.
Well, thank you. You've been a great friend all these years.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Sherry Burns. Welcome, Sherry.
Thank you, Donna. This is such an exciting day. My goodness, 400 episodes.
It really is.
Wow, I can't believe 28 years has gone by.
I know, it's amazing. And you know what? I first met you when I first started working at Hewlett Packard. And you guys had a special program that helped make my desk wheelchair accessible for me. And it was quite a challenge, actually.
Yes, it was. And we thought height adjustable desk back in those days was really high tech. Wasn't fun. That was the early days of us expanding advocacy services to be much more inclusive of working with the community and building advocates in the community for disability and social justice issues. And you were awesome.
I was in D.C. for the, we worked very hard to get the ADA passed. That was a lot of work. And Americans with Disabilities Act.
Right, as opposed to the Dental Association. Yes, and next year is our big 25-year anniversary of the passage of ADA.
Oh,
very exciting.
How fun.
Yeah.
And I love in Mountain View where we have the day where we get to, go in the middle of the street and, we're disabled and proud.
That's right. And have people drive by and honk their horns, cheer us on. Yes, the West Coast Disability Pride Parade. Yes, and that was something that SVLC actually started as a wonderful annual event of Disability Pride.
I think it's the only one in the United States, isn't it?
Colorado.
Okay. Well, the West.
Yeah.
The West.
This is their West
That's
Coast.
right.
Yes, the California version.
But now your position, I miss you. But now your position is in the East Bay.
Yes, I'm a little further away from you.
Tell us what CRIL stands for.
Yes, I work for Community Resources for Independent Living, and CRIL for short because it's a mouthful. And we provide disability advocacy, resources, independent living services, support for people with all types of disabilities in the southern and eastern cities of Alameda County.
And your title?
Oh, well, I'm the executive director there, so it's exciting. It's wonderful. I have a wonderful staff. We have a great community there. It's a really, really exciting place to be working.
Well, keep us up to date on what's going on, okay?
Thank you.
We'll
Absolutely.
come and visit again.
Absolutely.
Thank
Congratulations. Very excited for you.
Thank you, Sherry. Thanks. I'd like to welcome my friend Roxanne McMillan. Welcome, Roxanne.
Thanks, Donna.
And you have been helping us out with the show for many, many years. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh.
Well, you from the beginning, from the early days.
Yeah, that's right. And you went on our ski trip, and that was so much fun. We went up to Tahoe, right?
Yeah, that was really before I had been involved in the show, I hadn't ever really done any sports. So after being involved with the show, meeting people, some of the guests, I got into racing, and that ski trip was one of the highlights. That was so much fun. We had a cabin, and there were probably about 20 or 30 of us that went up there, and we skied 2 days in a row. It was really fun.
It was great.
Yeah.
And you're at the beginning of each show. We watch you ski down the mountain every show.
Yeah, I was much younger then.
And then you did the shared adventures also, where we went to Santa Cruz and we had a great time on the beach. That was a lot of fun.
That must have been one of the first ones they did, because I think they just had their, I want to say 15th or 20th anniversary.
Right, yeah.
And there were maybe 30 or 40 people there max. And now they have about 3,000 people that do that. Yeah, it's really grown.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you were my bridesmaid in the wedding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was fun. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and I think
beautiful wedding.
I invited you to meet Laurel Birch. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I found some pictures recently of us up in San Francisco. We went to a dinner where she was being honored. Yeah. That was really special to meet her. Yeah, she was a special woman.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Well, you have been an instrumental person to help us out for so many years, and you've been wonderful. So I want to thank.
Thanks. It's really, it really changed. It opened up a whole new world for me with the sports. And, before that I hadn't really met a lot of people with disabilities. I met a lot of, new people and interesting people. And it was, I've had a lot of good times and good memories. It was really fun. Congratulations on 400 shows.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Roxanne. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Kim Carlson. Welcome, Kim. Carlson.
You knew that. We're good.
And Kim, you and I have something in common that I didn't know about this until we talked in detail at one point, that you were in Shriners Hospital about the same time that I was.
I was. We had the same prosthetist.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And you were so wonderful to do the show about prosthetics.
Yes.
And we learned a lot.
We did, and since then I've found out that there's a prosthesis that is operated by an iPhone. They call it an iHand.
Really?
Really.
Oh my gosh.
So, learning more about that.
I see another show coming on.
I think that might be in the works.
I think so. Well, listen, I want to thank you so very much, and we'll keep in touch, and we'll have lunch, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lots more movies.
But thank you for coming. Thanks for the beautiful flowers. So
you know what? It looks really good on you, and I knew with purple I'd be safe. Well, congratulations on your 400th show.
I'd like to welcome Victor Escamilla. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Now, I first met you in 1977 when we were both going to college over at the Anza. Yay!
Yeah, this is long time ago. Wow.
But it was such a warm environment and so fun. I met all of my longtime buddies there, and you know, we've known each other for a long time, and we've kind of crossed paths here and there, and you've been so wonderful to help out with the TV show for so many times, and
it's been a pleasure. Yes.
And let's see, you did bowling, right?
Bowling, and I done one for skiing one time.
Right. Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah.
How did you like the skiing?
I just came back 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I broke my toe, but
ouch. Oh, no.
But I had a good time.
Yeah. And then we also were involved with the Disabled Students Union, and then, but yeah, you've been a guest quite a few times to kind of keep us up to date on all the exciting things you're involved with. Wow, and with the VA too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Volunteer work at the VA, yeah.
Wow.
Don't you remember the square dancing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great memories.
Yeah, we did wheelchair square dancing, that's right. We were right in the middle of, we did a couple of places, didn't we? That's right, wow. Yeah, we had a professional caller. You're still on the move. That's good.
I sure will, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a great pleasure. Quick run, 400.
Thank you, Victor.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll keep in touch, okay?
Great.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay.
I'd like to welcome Deb Sanfilippo. Welcome, Deb.
Hi.
Well, I have known you for quite a few years, and you recently have been, well, you're very talented. You're musically so incredibly talented, and I'm very, very lucky to be able to, see you when you sing in the choir, and you've sung in all kinds of different places, and you're very talented. And but in church also, I've really enjoyed visiting with, not during the service, but after.
Maybe after.
After the service. And recently, you have been so instrumental to help us with the crew and to take the class and to.
I love it. That was so fun. I mean, everything about this is fun. So.
Yeah, and your son Mark has been really great.
You bet.
Thank you. Thank you, Deb. I'd like to welcome Dave Larwood. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. And you have been so instrumental in helping us out with the show for so many years. My goodness, you've been great. And we've also had you a couple times on the show, too.
Well, you were out of town when I first started showing up, and they actually let me be host, but you came back and you were so much better. There's no room for me. No, I love working on the show. It's just such a great group of people to work with, and you inspire so many people. The crowd that turned out tonight, it's there's a lot of love for you, Donna. You inspire a lot of people.
Thank you. It's incredible, really. It's been wonderful. But thank you for all your help and hard work, and well, you've done a lot. You've been we've done on-location shoots and all kinds of things. So thank you very much for all your hard work.
It's a pleasure working with you, and happy 400th.
Thank you very much.
You don't look a day over.
No, thank you. Thanks.
My name is Jean Hoinsing, and it's really exciting to be here tonight because I look back at how long On the Move has been on TV. I guess, maybe 20 years ago, my son was a guest on the show, and at this time he's still shown as the entrance of the On the Move as a water secure. But for several years I just did volunteer work, not doing the technical part, but to be behind the screen for the show, which was really exciting because I got to meet a lot of interesting people. And
hi, I'm Ann Patty. I have met the crew, Jeannie and Donna from On the Move prior to 2000, and I had my own show in Cupertino at De Anza College, and so I was helping out on the Move, and also working on my show. Then prior to 2000. Then after 2000, I was working at the Registrar of Voters, and it was the time when the new voting machines were introduced. So Jeannie Yeager invited me to do a demonstration show here at the studios in Mountain View about the voting machines. So we go quite back. It was a wonderful time.
Hi, my name is Billy G. Woodruff. Met on the Move back in the 80s, and I was a visitor, and then I became a producer for a short time, and then we met everybody there, the Yeagers and the Romos and a bunch of people at Cupertino. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun, and a lot of people I met there. And then there was, it was On the Move. We did some Christmas parties and all those things, and I sang, that's my forte, is to sing, so had a lot of fun with them. Jeannie, I always was interested in Donna because, she was an anomaly because, you look at her and you, how she do all this stuff she do, and she does everything. And Don Yeager, and it was fun. It was fun. I mean, we had a great time,
And thank you so very much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Donna Yeager with On the Move. Have a fantastic day.
We're on the move to make this world a better place. We're on the move, striking out to set the pace. We all can choose to make a difference. Our time is overdue. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. If we collect our dreams, take them on the move. So let's pick up our dreams and take them on the move.